disaster in Iowa. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. After a deadly tornado outbreak yesterday, search and rescue efforts continue. Several deaths already reported, and much of a small town leveled southwest of Des Moines. Fox Weather's Max Gordon.
Now, we talked to one resident here in Greenfield who said he ran to his basement as the sirens went off and heard a noise like a freight train.
I didn't know if I was going to come back out of the house. I really didn't.
White House spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre.
We are praying for those who tragically lost their lives as deadly tornadoes that ripped through Iowa. We are also wishing a speedy recovery to those who were injured. The administration is deeply grateful for first responders who jumped into action to save lives.
She says the FEMA administrator will visit Iowa tomorrow. The White House says violence and threats have no place anywhere, including politics, after 2 vials of blood reportedly addressed to former President Trump turned up at the Republican National Committee headquarters in Washington earlier today. The building was briefly evacuated and hazmat teams called in. U.S. Capitol Police are investigating. Attorneys for Hunter Biden are in court in Los Angeles trying to have a trial on tax charges delayed just 2 weeks before his gun-related trial begins in Delaware. Meantime, a House committee suspects the president's son lied during a deposition with lawmakers, mischaracterizing his role with a Biden-related firm, also taking issue with testimony about helping a foreign national get a visa.
And finally, Hunter Biden says he spoke with a Raymond Zhao. In the deposition, Hunter says he sent a text to the wrong Zhao when he was on drugs. However, records show that Hunter spoke to Zhao. Zhao is connected with a major Chinese energy company.
Fox's Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill. The Ways and Means Committee voting to release documents. Hunter Biden's lawyer says he's being targeted for political reasons. America is listening to Fox News.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-822-1716. 800-822-1716.
California lawmakers advance a plan to possibly someday provide reparations to descendants of slaves.
The California Senate's passed 3 bills. One to create an agency to help black families research their family lineage and confirm their eligibility for any future restitution plan approved by the state. One would create a fund for future slavery reparations programs, with another fund to compensate black families who had property unjustly seized by the government using eminent domain. The bills go to the state assembly for votes there. Laws to look into the idea of reparations are on the books in Illinois and New York, but California's plan is so far the furthest along. Chris Foster, Fox News.
The U.S. Senate gives President Biden a milestone in federal judges.
The Senate confirmed Angela Martinez is a district court judge in Arizona. She is the 200th judicial nominee of President Biden's confirmed to a lifetime appointment. The president hit the 200 mark about a month earlier than his predecessor, former President Trump, did during his 4-year term. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the 200 judges comprise the most diverse slate of judicial nominations under any president in American history. President Biden has prioritized adding women and minority judges to federal courts.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Fleet Week begins in New York City with a parade of ships entering the harbor.
The parade of ships brought vessels from the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard, including the amphibious assault ship, the USS Baton, up the Hudson River on Manhattan's west side.
Crew of highly trained sailors and officers.
There will be ship tours, Navy diving demonstrations in Times Square, and concerts as part of the event that honors the U.S. Navy, Coast Guard, and the Marine Corps. On the Intrepid in Manhattan, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
An hour to the close, a sell-off on Wall Street after more interest rate anxiety in minutes from the latest Fed meeting. Right now, the Dow's down 233 points. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
You're only
Good afternoon. I'm Andrea Drake with your local and regional news from the Sierra Radio Network newsroom. Here's what's happening. Back-to-back bountiful water years are boosting local lakes, promising above-average water levels. PG&E held its seasonal planned water operations meeting for Lake Almanor and Bucks Lake on Wednesday. The company projects that both lakes will have elevated water levels due to carryover storage from last year and an average rainfall and snowpack this season. Officials also state that rapid spring snowmelt is further contributing to those water levels rising faster than normal. Almanor Lake is projected to be 5 feet above average this summer, matching similar conditions to last year. PG&E reports that to date, the Almanor Basin has received 97% of the average precipitation, and the spring runoff is forecasted to be 99% of the average. Other data coupled with historical modeling and planned operations show that PG&E projects Almanor levels will top off at a little above 4,493 feet in late May to early June, drawn down slightly by July 4th and reach just below that threshold by Labor Day. Just across the way, PG&E says Bucks Lake benefited from the late winter storm in May, followed by quickly warming temperatures, and is projected to top off about a month earlier than normal, as well as 2 feet higher than average. That is similar to last year as well. The lake level is expected to be around 5,154 feet by July 4th, drawing down by another 8 to 9 feet by Labor Day. PG&E is expecting Valley Reservoir to be within its normal operating range this summer. And as you do head out to enjoy another year of full lakes, you are encouraged to practice safe water recreation. You can find more safety tips by visiting PG&E's water safety webpage. And just barely entering the fire season, a 270-acre wildfire burned in the Modoc National Forest yesterday, sparking just after 2 p.m. and quickly scorching 70 acres in the South Warner Mountains in the Jess Valley. The Modoc National Forest has said there is no further threat to the forest or structures. Firefighters with the National Forest Service quickly responded to the blaze and have established fire lines with efforts to continue strengthening those today. Forest officials say that as the region is coming into fire season, it is crucial to be prepared and have a defensible space around your homes and campsites when recreating. You're reminded to clean up around your campfire rings and have a shovel and water at the ready. This incident serves as a timely reminder of the importance of vigilance and preparedness as fire season approaches. Recent earthquakes have damaged the newly completed roadway over Fredonia Summit, prompting Caltrans to undertake emergency repairs. Caltrans officials stated that the seismic activity caused buckling to the roadway, necessitating grinding and smoothing of the pavement over various fault lines. Following further seismic activity, permanent repairs will include grinding, paving, striping, and shoulder work throughout the area. If this is your typical route, you can continue to plan on lane reductions, added stop signs, and a 25-mile-per-hour speed limit. There will also be intermittent one-way traffic controls with potential delays of up to 15 minutes. You can stay current on those conditions over Fredonia Summit by visiting Caltrans Quick Maps. Chester's recall effort to remove its utility district board members amid its dire financial crisis has failed. I'll have those details coming up for you in more local news on 93 JDX 1240 KSUE.
Are always there, ready to care. Each year, America's hospitals provide care to all who need it. According to the American Hospital Association, hospitals provide care to 137 million people and employ 6 million. In these unprecedented times, hospitals and health systems exhibit compassion, courage, and commitment to serving patients and communities. We are proud of our Banner Lassen Medical Center and Banner Health Clinic team for their commitment to our community and mission of making healthcare easier so life can be better. Thank you for all you do. Happy Hospital and Nurses Week.
Carlson's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, expert advice, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit in-store in Susanville or online at carlsonstirepros.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
For over 68 years, Sierra Central Credit Union has offered better banking services to the communities we serve. As Northern California's premier financial institution, established at Beale Air Force Base, Sierra Central now serves the North State with a 20-branch reach from Shasta to Placer and Sutter to Lassen counties. Become a member and discover the advantages of being in the credit union family. Bank, borrow, invest. That's who we are and have been since 1955.
Susanville Supermarket IGA is distinctively unique, just like the community they serve. When you shop IGA, it's a shopping experience with a promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. And with quality IGA products, you save even more.
It's the Memorial Day sale at your IGA, where boneless beef tri-tip roast are $6.97 a pound. Bone-in beef ribeye steaks, $9.97 a pound in the family pack. Fresh Express iceberg garden salad, $1.29 a package. Creamy avocados, 89 cents each. Whole seedless watermelon, $3.49 each. Kraft barbecue sauce, selected varieties, 2 for $4. And Bud and Bud Light, 12-ounce, 12 packs, cans or bottles, $12.99 plus CRV.
And look for their latest in-season magazine, available in-store and online with recipes, dietitian tips, how-to videos, and more. Open 7 days a week starting at 5 a.m. Online shopping and super fast curbside service available. Go to SusanvilleSupermarket.com.
How do you give hope to a child in the foster care system? It starts with your heart. That tug you feel in yours when you hear that children are waiting for a stable, loving voice to speak up for their best interests. And then it becomes your time. What started out as a feeling that maybe you could make a difference becomes the difference. Change a child's story. There is a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
Local news on 93 JDX 1240 KSUE. Chester's recall effort to remove the utility district board members amid its dire financial crisis has failed. Marcy DiMartile, Plumas County Elections Officer, to the Board of Supervisors, making the announcement yesterday.
The notice of insufficiency of signatures required to conduct a recall election for the 4 board members has been submitted to the proponent. So let me kind of in a nutshell state that all 4 petitions that were submitted have been found to be insufficient to recall the board members of the Chester Public Utility District.
Signatures on the recall petition were turned in on April 23rd and had been circulating since February. The effort aimed to afford a special election to oust CPUD's chairperson and 3 members. Proponents of the recall have blamed the board for mismanagement of CPUD, which has been running an annual deficit of $1.2 million for years and has, due to this financial crisis, eliminated ambulance and fire services and has even seen the layoff of fire staff as of February. The department now has only 2 paid employees, and volunteers are being trained to respond to fires. Attempts to raise funds additionally through special elections held in November and May also failed. CPUD does remain in financial desperation, with the board fighting an uphill battle to garner community support to resolve the crisis. Plumas National Forest is getting the Lakes Basin area ready for camping with prescribed burns. Around 7 acres of piles are planned for today. You may see smoke in the area around Goose and Haven Lake campgrounds, though the Forest Service says smoke impacts are not likely. However, if you are traveling along Gold Lake Highway, you may notice light smoke along with firefighter equipment. You are asked to use caution as they may be entering and exiting frequently along those roadways. Firefighters will be monitoring these conditions throughout the operation and will stop if necessary. The recreational sites in the Lakes Basin area will remain closed for the season. And that is what's happening today from your only local news radio, keeping you informed and connected to your communities throughout Lassen, Plumas, and Sierra counties.
Northeast California weather.
And at 12:14, here's a look at your 3-day northeastern California weather. We're currently at 68 degrees outside the studios here in Susanville. We are expected to see highs peak right around 76 degrees, and it's going to stay breezy. Winds up to about 20 miles per hour. Overnight, clear skies, lows down to 35, so do watch out for those sensitive plants. We are nearing that freezing mark, probably hitting that in some of our area locations. Mostly sunny for tomorrow, highs near 70. 71, and lows down to about 42. For your Friday, a slight warm up. We'll see highs in the mid-70s, but there is a chance of showers and thunderstorms late Friday night. Lows down to about 42, but we'll see clear skies by Saturday and a warm up trending into your Memorial Day holiday. All your weather updates, of course, heard right here throughout your day, as well as while you're on the go through our app, Sierra Daily News. Also found on our website, SierraDailyNews.com, our obituaries provided by Fink's Funeral Home. All new announcements will be heard here each weekday following your news at noon. That is your Wednesday noon news updates. Of course, more local news coming up for you on Live at 5 with your hosts Amanda and Aaron. And they'll be hearing from Lassen County Superior Court as they are on their search for their next grand jury. You want to be catching all those details right back here starting at 5. And also, we're looking forward to the official start to summer with the return of the Susanville Annual Air Fair Saturday, June 1st. That's going to be taking place over at Susanville Airport. And this year does promise to be the best air show ever, complete with a host of fun activities for the entire family. You can enjoy featured fly-ins by pilots and aircraft from all over the West Coast, aircraft displays, remote control demos, even a classic car show. There will be helicopter rides for a small fee, and the fun day does begin with their pancake breakfast starting at 7 a.m. Food and beverage will also be available throughout the day. The Susanville Air Show is free to all, and that's going to be taking place Saturday, June 1st at Susanville's Airport. A great event that the community loves, and you won't want to miss it. From the Sierra Radio Network Newsroom, I'm Andrea Drake. Thanks for joining me with your news at noon. You want to stick around? Your checkup on health is coming up next. Then more of Sierra's Best Country on 93 JDX and Fox Across America, Jimmy Fela on 1240 KSUE.
Are you dealing with blood sugar issues that make you feel sluggish after meals or have low energy in general? Do you crave sweets and junk food? Have you been told that you are pre-diabetic or at risk of developing diabetes? It is important to learn all you can about healthy lifestyles to prevent this disease or manage it well. Northeastern Rural Health Clinic offers a free diabetes class. We meet every third Tuesday each month from 2 to 4 p.m. We discuss all issues and challenges of living well with diabetes or preventing it. Everyone interested in learning about diabetes is welcome. This month we are meeting on Tuesday, May 21st at 2 p.m. We will have a guest speaker provider, Tanya Villers, F&P, discussing the role of medications to help control blood sugars and how they work. If you have questions, call health educator Debbie Jones at 251-5000. That's 251-5000, or just show up on May 21st at 2 p.m. Hope to see you there. A service of Northeastern Rural Health Clinic, where quality health care is your choice and our commitment.
Check up on health with Chris Whitting. It's a frightening trend. More than 46 Americans die each day from legal pain pills. Lisa Gill is the prescription drugs editor at Consumer Reports.
When we talk about pain pills, we're talking about Vicodin, Percocet, OxyContin, pain pills that basically every American has, actually on average, one prescription that would last them 30 days. In their medicine cabinet right now, every American adult in the United States. That's how common these drugs are.
And she says the wave of deaths and overdoses from opioids is not necessarily the result of drug abuse.
In regards to opioids, like Percocet, Vicodin, and OxyContin, more than half of the people who wind up in the emergency rooms are people that have a single doctor written a single prescription, but in many cases, it really is people who appear to be well-intentioned and who had legitimate prescriptions.
With Checkup on Health, I'm Chris Whitting.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk, too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Don't worry, we got you covered. More of Fox Across America coming up on KSUE Susanville. Again, other people mishandled documents. They didn't have Trump's security clearance. They also didn't have an FBI raid. So that's what you really learn here. Okay? It's not an